Get close on this and just experience the foliage. It's kind of a unique tree. Kind of the neatest thing about this tree is that it is technically a deciduous evergreen. Let me explain how I justify that statement. First of all, what I'm holding in my hands, and it's all over the tree, is technically a needle. But it is a needle that, as you can see, turns kind of a russet or yellow-brown in the fall. And actually, if we came back in a month or 6 weeks, this tree would be defoliated, and all we would have would be the bare stems, which deciduous trees drop their leaves in the fall. But this is a needle cluster, so there you have a deciduous evergreen. Bald cypress is native to the swamps of the southeast United States, Florida, Georgia, Alabama. And Vince, I know you've got some good catalpa or some bald cypress stories. You want to pitch in on this one?
Well, I don't know about stories, but if you've ever been in the South, I've spent a lot of time in Mississippi, and I've seen trees like this that it would take 3 or 4 people to link arms to reach around. They're enormous down there. Long growing season and tons of water. And it's a really impressive tree at those. It's an impressive tree anyways, I think, but at those sizes, it's pretty wild. It also is the tree that develops the knees that stick up out of the water to get oxygen to the root system, so it can have its root system submerged almost all the time. That's one of the reasons we think this might have been planted here, is because this area does not drain well. It's pretty soggy turf most of the time, and it's thrived pretty well. So if you ever wanted to try one of these, you want to find a lousy site that you can't grow anything else on, because the oxygen's so low and it's saturated with water all the time, and you can try it. This one got the top blown out in a storm. It normally doesn't have this kind of rounded appearance. It's normally kind of triangular and pyramidal when you see these, but this one, the top broke out, and so it's got kind of a funny rounded crown. It's not really typical.
The other thing I'd like to explain about this tree is actually a factor that's important for many trees that we have on the campus. Over the years, there's been a pretty ardent effort to plant new and bizarre and different things, because it's a campus and we want to be an educational institution, and let's try some things that maybe don't grow here. One of the things that really helps us on campus is the architecture of the buildings. These big stone facades can do a lot to help a tree. So in the winter, this courtyard actually has a small temperature buffer, because you've got stone on 3 sides, the sun is in the southern sky, so the temperature buffer in here can actually be 5 or 8 degrees different than, say, the middle of the northern quad. That can be really helpful if you're dealing with something like bald cypress that really never grew in Colorado. We can make it grow in Colorado, but if you can put it in a place where it gets some protection, it gets that little extra heat in the winter. The other thing that helps here, it's got a nice wind block on the west side. Vince did say we lost the top out of this, but for the most part, this tree is pretty well protected from the wind.
There was snow.
Was it a snow load? Okay. But again, those microclimates really make a big difference in us being able to try some things we may not think to try. We're willing to push the envelope and to see if something will work or not. And the bald cypress is a good example of a tree that maybe shouldn't grow in Colorado, but it does grow successfully here, especially in a protected location. I believe it is a deciduous evergreen even in the south. Doesn't it defoliate, Vince? Down south? He's distracted. I would imagine that it does.
Yeah, I believe so. It's a much longer season, so it's without foliage for a shorter time period. But
yeah, but I'm sure
it does cycle through.
If it's cycling through, the needle structure is kind of doing what it's going to do for a year, and then it's kind of spent, and the plant needs to regenerate that. So I would be pretty certain that it would defoliate even in the summer. We're going to take just a little short jog over here. We're going to talk about some oaks. Oaks are really a great tree. We've got quite a few varieties on campus, so we might as well talk.